Welcome back on board our floating home, sailing vessel Emma James. We are currently in Australia, sailing along the Queensland coast. We've just finished up exploring the abandoned resort of Dunk Island and are on our way north. We have the worst thing cruisers can have on board their sailboat, and that is a calendar with a deadline. This week we are en route to the far north Queensland city of Cairns. Why? Well, we have a haul-out date. This pretty girl is getting lifted out of the water and getting a big birthday. Stoked and excited don't even begin to describe how we are feeling. We are beyond excited. There are some big changes afoot, so hold on to your captain's hat and come along for the ride. And if you like our video, give us a thumbs up and leave us a comment. We love hearing from you. Thank you so much to our Patreons. Your support makes these videos possible. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy. Charlie? James.
So we are just outside of Mourilyan Harbour. Just dropped the main. Sam's up there. And a ship has just left. We were hoping that we would be able to get in when a ship is in there. When Sam was working out of Cairns, a few of the pilots would get on the boats that Sam was on, and the pilots were saying how much fun Mourilyan Harbour is to go in. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. The ship is all the way back there in the distance. Yeah. So we are really looking forward to getting in there and seeing the harbour and what it's all about. Let's get into Mourilyan. Mourilyan Harbour is steeped in history and economic significance. The harbour was named in 1872 after Lieutenant Mourilyan by Captain John Moresby. Mourilyan is a natural harbour. It is a deep-water port suited for bulk exports and vessels up to 200 meters in length overall. And because it is a natural harbour, that means it requires minimal dredging maintenance to maintain the current deep-water channel. The harbour has evolved from its early days as a strategic landing place to a pivotal port facility for agricultural exports. Situated at the mouth of the Moresby River, Mourilyan Harbour primarily exports raw sugar and molasses alongside wood chips and cattle. Its development included the construction of wharves and trams in the late 19th century to facilitate the transportation of sugarcane from local farms to processing mills and onto ships bound for international markets. Throughout the 20th century, it underwent significant upgrades to accommodate larger vessels and streamlined sugar handling operations. Following World War II, it was selected as one of Queensland's 6 key ports for bulk sugar exports. Today, the port remains integral to Queensland's sugar industry, exporting produce from surrounding regions including Innisfail, Babinta, Tully, and the Atherton Tablelands. Beyond its industrial role, Mourilyan Harbour offers recreational fishing opportunities in its mangrove-lined creeks, attracting fishermen with species like barramundi and mangrove jack amidst its scenic coastal environment. Alright guys, so we are all anchored up in Mourilyan Harbour. It is absolutely beautiful in here. We caught the incoming tide in, which was beautiful. Tomorrow morning we'll catch the outgoing tide going out.
Even better.
Even better. And yeah, everything went really well except for the drone. We had a bit of a scare with the drone. It gave us a bit of a heart attack.
So I was up the front minding my own business, dropping the anchor, and Cait comes running up, quick, catch it, catch it, catch it. And basically what had happened is we'd launched the drone outside the harbour, steamed on in, and we think it still had plenty of battery power, but we think it'll start returning to home when it thinks it's starting to get low, because it had a fair way to fly. It stopped earlier than normal.
Has a reserve on it, like how much energy it needs to get back to home.
So usually we'll fly it to close to about 30%. Here we're at 40%, and all of a sudden it's flying back out to the ocean where we weren't.
Started saying returning to home, press this button to cancel, and the drone just started flying off, and I was like, no!
Yeah. So,
and then I started screaming at Sam, catch it, I'm bringing it in.
Yeah, and I'm dropping the pick, and I'm like, oh, flaming it, quickly lock it off, run forward. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, she did an awesome job, landed on the deck, so it's all successful. We just missed a ship. As we were coming up here, one departed the harbour. The two tugs are still in here, so they normally steam north to Cairns, and it's about an 8-hour steam for them. But because they're still here, it gives me hope that potentially there's another one coming in and we'll get to see it. So this is one of the most adventurous parks for shipping in northern Queensland. It's quite tight coming in for a ship, and then there's no area once you're in here. So you've got cross currents and things like that. So leaving, you just want to black stack it, give her a whole heap of gas just to get the momentum to get up through the gap. And when you're coming in, you don't want to come in too slow that the currents affect you, but you don't want to come in too fast that you can't stop right here. So yeah, it's one of the fun ones. Yeah, so I wanted to see how other people do it, and yeah, what it looks like.
Unfortunately, no ships arrived at the harbour before we departed the following morning. We timed our exit with the outgoing tide, and we set sail for Cairns. So right now we are entering Cairns. We're just about to enter the Cairns channel and go up into the harbour. We're gonna make our way into, was it Smith's Creek?
No, we're gonna go around to Admiralty Anchorage.
Yeah, Admiralty Anchorage. We're gonna pick up a mooring ball there. Tomorrow's very exciting for us. Tomorrow we are getting hauled out of the water, and we've got some exciting things planned for this girl. So that's all happening tomorrow.
Yeah.
The start of it's happening. We were just discussing, we're back in Cairns. We met in Cairns. This is where it all started for us. And this is actually where Charlie was born. So Sam and I, we worked for the same company, working out on the Great Barrier Reef. We didn't actually know each other. We met in a nightclub. I think when we started telling people we met at work, and then we started saying, no, actually the truth is we met at a nightclub. We met at Gilligan's. And I think a lot of Australians right now would be nodding and be like, yeah, good old Gilligan's.
Very fine establishment.
But yeah, Cairns is where it all started. And stay tuned. There's a lot of exciting things happening, and we're
6 months in the making this has been. So yeah, very, very excited. Emma's gonna get a birthday.
Yeah. we've arrived at the boatyard. It's just there. We've picked up a mooring. High tide is 6:35 in the morning tomorrow. And there's a cat already on the trailer ready to go in. So one in, one out. We'll come out. That'll be the go tomorrow.
Yeehaw.
Yeehaw. And this creek is super interesting. There's a whole bunch of like sailboats going up here, and then up here it's like a graveyard basically. There's like warships, there's some old like working boats, and this is basically they just come up here up the creek to die basically. So you come up, there's a whole bunch of neat sailboats, yeah, and then you come up way up here and there's a whole bunch of neat boats. So if you ever have the chance, take a Sunday tinny ride up the creek in Cairns. Alright, this morning is it. The lift is coming down the ramp at the moment and we are headed over. It's all guns a-blazing at the moment. Alright guys, we are lifted and we are sitting on the lift out of the water. That was super awesome. We got to ride on the boat while she got lifted and put up onto the ramp, and right now that noise that you hear is the gurney. So she's going to be water blasted on the other side, get all the grime gunk off. And then after that, we're gonna get put into our section, wherever we're gonna be placed in the yard. And then a lot of things are gonna get started, and she's not gonna be the same boat that she is now when we get launched back in the water. So everything's really, really exciting. Yeah, it's the dawn of a new era. Dawn of a new Emma, actually. This is what's getting blasted off the hull, like a whole bunch of slime, algae and stuff. So we'll head that way to where Sam is, and I'll show you what it's looking like after it's water blasted. We'll head this way. The gurney's really loud. All of what Sam has done at the rudder is now done. Look at the other side, it's still grimy, so that's what we're doing at the moment. Sam's got full wet weather gear on.
I'm going to do the outside first because it's easier, and then I'll get wet on the inside second.
this morning we are moving. We're moving forward in the yard to a different position. A few boats are going to go into the water, a few boats are coming out. So it's a bit of a boat Tetris at the moment.
Yeah.
We are all chalked up and we have a beautiful, huge workspace now underneath the boat that we can set up.
Just a couple of danger areas I've got to be aware of. One's the sink over in the corner there, so I don't want to put my glasswork under there, but yeah, we're really excited. Now we're all chalked up, I can set up underneath here. It's a nice, cool work area with perfect head height for me. Yeah, and we can start working on all our stuff.
Yeah, it was really fun riding on the trailer too. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but yeah, we can set the tools up down here. I don't have to cart them up and down every day, and yeah, it'd be really good. Get the shore power on, get some power happening, and yeah, let's get going.
Fun part. Work begins.
Yeehaw.
Thank you so much for watching. If you are enjoying our videos and would like to help support us making videos and content, consider becoming a Patreon. The link is in the description below. And don't forget to click those like and subscribe buttons, and we will see you all next week.